Hello there everyone, my name is Jared Couture and I'm back again teaming up with the Lutz Academy to create another great video series for you guys for the guitar. Alright, and this video series specifically is about the circle of fifths. Alright, the circle of fifths, circle of fourths, right? Basically, these are the same things. Also, they're referred to as the cycle of fourths or the cycle of fifths sometimes as well. Basically, the circle of fifths was designed to help people easily memorize about all keys. So learning and understanding keys. Which notes belong to which keys? If you understand the circle of fifths, you'll see how that works. You'll understand which notes belong to what keys. And not only that, but in this series you're also going to learn which chords belong to which keys as well. Plus many more things, alright? We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. So with that said guys, just a quick briefing for the series. First off, there's going to be some sheets that come along with each of these videos, and I recommend that you print them and actually write on them while you're doing these videos, right? Use them to learn. That the only prerequisite that you need to watch these videos and understand everything is you need to know where the notes are on the fretboard of the guitar, all right? If you don't know that stuff, look, I promise it's actually very easy to learn, I promise. And I have made other videos with Lutz about that, so you can check the videos that I've already made for that, and you can learn that right now. It's a great opportunity to learn, all right? All right, guys, so the very first thing that we are going to be learning is intervals, right? This is called the circle of fifths, right? In the name circle of fifths, it's referring to a specific interval. It's referring to a perfect fifth interval. And basically what we do is we start on any note, we go up a perfect fifth from that note, and then the next note that we happen to land on gives you the next key in the circle of fifths. Okay? So that might not make a lot of sense in this moment, but it will very soon. So I've attached some sheets in this video. You can read about intervals, you can learn more about intervals and understand all of them if you don't understand them. However, right now I'm going to teach you about a perfect fourth and a perfect fifth, and we're going to see how the notes line up in the circle. Alright? Let's go ahead and do it. An interval is simply the distance between two notes. It's a space. It's an interval. So, for instance, from the note A to the note C is the interval of a third. One easy way to understand that is it's the third letter name away, right? A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. It's the third note away. It's some type of third interval, right? It's 3 notes away. Now we have 7 letters in our musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So when we refer to intervals, there's different types. There's seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, and seventh types of interval. So let's go ahead and start on the note C. I want you to play this with me. Right, remember you need to know the notes on the fretboard. So you can really use any C you want. I'm gonna play the third fret of the A string. This note is C, and we're going to go up a perfect fourth interval. Alright, so how do we do that? Here's one very easy way that you can do that. You can memorize this right now. So, to create a perfect fourth interval, all you have to do is start on any note. Right now we're starting on C, and then we're going to go 5 half steps higher. So let's try that. Here's C, right? Play it with me. Now let's count up 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This note is F. Let's play the 2 notes. C, F, here comes the bride. That's what most people refer to memorize the sound of the perfect fourth interval. Here comes the bride. But either way, you can create a perfect fourth interval no matter what, using that same thing. All we did was we went 5 half steps higher. Another way to think of it is 2.5 whole steps. So let's try that. A whole step is 2 half steps, right? So we skip a note. So C, go 1 whole step higher, another whole step higher, and 1 half step, 2.5 whole steps. And we arrive at F once again. C to F, right? So let's go ahead. So now we've learned how to create a perfect fourth interval. Now you can just instantly memorize this, alright? Go up 5 half steps or up 2.5 whole steps. You will get that same sound every time. You just learned how to create a perfect fourth interval. All right, so I recommend taking notes on this, writing this down. Write down those little things. How did you come up with that? Now, let's go ahead and do the same thing. Let's learn how to create a perfect fifth interval. And then I'm going to show you guys the circle of fifths, and we're going to play through the whole circle. Now, here's an easy way to memorize a perfect fifth interval. Basically, a perfect fifth is 7 half steps. All right? Or you could say 3.5 whole steps, right? So let's try that out. C, up. Here's C again. Let's go up 7 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this note is G. Do, 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 do. People use this theme song to memorize perfect fifth sound. Another thing that I use is simply the old trumpet call, you know? On top of the hill, you know, letting people know something is happening. This is a way you can memorize the sound, but to make sure you get the exact interval, simply go up 7 half steps. So C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it brings us to the note G. Another thing to think about is this, C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G is a fifth away from C. So it makes sense that it's a fifth, right? So, bam, that's the first step, understanding how to create a perfect fourth and a perfect fifth interval. Why? This is the circle of fifths, right? So this is what you must understand in the very beginning. This is one way you can learn how to do the circle, by understanding how to create these intervals, okay? So let's go ahead and check out the picture of the circle of fifths. Just go ahead and look at it. Now, look at the picture, and you see at the top there is C, right? And there's 2 circles in here. One has major keys, one has minor keys. The outside circle with the large letters is the major keys. We're going to start with that one, okay? So let's just focus on that. Notice above C it has a number 0. What does that mean? So this is really what the whole circle of fifths is about. It's explaining which notes belong to which keys. So it's referring to the key of C major. Now that means the key of C major has 0 accidentals. That means it has 0 sharps and 0 flats. And the notes in that would be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. No sharps, no flats, right? That's a C major scale. If you notice, you go to the right and you look at G, G is next, correct? And that has 1 next to it. That indicates that it has 1 sharp in that key. And from there on, we keep adding sharps until we hit the flat keys and go around. So this is just a preface on understanding this. The next video lesson is going to explain exactly why and which notes actually live in the keys. But for right now, I'm just kind of briefing you on the information that we're about to get to. Starting on the note C, we're going to go up a perfect fifth. Okay? So what does that mean? 3.5 whole steps or 7 half steps? Let's go ahead and use 3.5 whole steps. Here we go. From C, up. We're going to go 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole step, a half. What note is that? If you can figure it out before I tell you, I recommend writing it down. This note is G. Alright, so C to G. So as you can see, we're moving through the circle. Now we go another perfect fifth higher. Let's go ahead and do that. From G, 3.5 whole steps. 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole step, a half step. What note do we arrive at now? Oh, as we did before, we're at the note D. If you look at the circle, you'll notice that yes, D is the next letter name, right? So from D, let's go ahead and try it again. I'm going to move down an octave right now to have more space on the guitar, all the way down to the 5th fret. All right, so again, up 3.5 whole steps from D. 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole step, a half. We arrive at which note? The note A. And if you can see, of course, A comes after D in the circle. So again, let's do the same thing. I'm going to use open A. So A, up a whole step, up a whole step, up a whole step, up a half step, 3.5, and we arrive at the note E. On the circle, of course, you can see E comes next. So you see, this is how the circle works. We go up in perfect fifths and it will take you to the next key, right? So we are at E now. So that's all we're doing, is we're moving in perfect fifths to get our next key. Let's go ahead and go again. So E, up 3 whole steps. 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole steps, a half. And which note is this? The note is B, and of course B is next in the circle. Moving again, we're going to go up 3.5 whole steps to get a perfect fit. So here we go. Ready? 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole step, half. Which note is this? This note is F sharp. All right. Now, as I said before, this note is not the note G flat. You could call this F sharp, or you could call it G flat, but we're going to call it F sharp because it's a fifth away. B, C, D, E, F is the fifth letter name away from B. So we would not call it G flat. They both share the same sound. However, G is the sixth letter away, so that would be some type of a sixth. All right, and that's how we're always going to do it. You have to make sure when you're talking about intervals, the letter name matches the number. So the letter is 5 letters away, just like the number, 5 away, right? Let's go ahead and move up again, 3.5 whole steps, the perfect fifth of F sharp. So we go up from F sharp, 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole step, half. And we have now arrived at C sharp. C sharp is the perfect fifth of F sharp. F, G, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? C sharp. Now we could also call this D flat, right? And actually I'm going to call it D flat just for the purpose of moving through the circle, because now we've entered flat keys. We have sharp keys and we have flat keys. And it'll make a lot more sense in the next video. Let's just call it D flat for a moment, okay? And I know that is kind of contradicting what I said before, but let's just go ahead and use it from here. It'll make sense. So from D flat, we move down an octave. Same procedure. Up 3.5 whole steps, right? 1, 2, 3.5. Now we've arrived at the note A flat, and A flat is the fifth of D flat. Perfect fifth above. A flat, and of course you can see all the letters are going in order with the circle, right? So from A flat, same thing. Up a whole step, up 2 whole steps, up 3 whole steps, half. This note is E flat, and E flat of course is next in the circle, right? So, after E flat, let's go ahead and do the same thing. E flat, up a whole step, 2nd whole step, 3.5. This note is B flat. We have arrived at B flat, of course that's after E flat. You can see on the circle, we're almost finished. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to go down here, same note, just a lower octave. So, same procedure, up a whole step, up a whole step, up a whole step, half. We've now arrived at the note F. B flat, C, D, E flat, F. So F is a perfect fifth of B flat. And only one more to go, and you will see we have completed our full circle. So from F, let's do it again. 1 whole step, 2 whole step, 3 whole step, half. And where are we, guys? We are at the beginning. We have hit C. We went all the way around the circle, and now you can see why it's called the circle of fifths, right? We just started on one note. We started on C, and we went up a fifth. And if you notice, we arrived at all the same letters as the circle picture has shown us, right? That's exactly how the circle of fifths works. That's why it's called the circle of fifths. And the next lesson, you're really going to see why it's organized that way specifically. But first thing is, I need you to understand, how to create these intervals and how it happens like that. All right, guys? So let's go ahead now, and we're going to do the same thing in fourths, because we can go the opposite direction, and it's very helpful that way as well. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's start over on the note C. Now remember, we're going to go in fourths, and to get a perfect fourth interval, it's only 2.5 whole steps. So we're switching our interval. Okay? Starting over at C, let's do this one as well. And guys, make sure you're doing this exactly with me. Pause it if you need to, rewind, whatever, to understand exactly what I'm doing, but you can understand this stuff. So let's try again. So from C, up a perfect fourth, 2.5 whole steps up. Here we go, ready? 1 whole step, 2 whole step, half. What note is that? Try to figure all the notes out before I mention it. This note is F, right? Now, if you can see the circle, we're going counterclockwise now. C is directly at 12 o'clock, as if it were a clock. And then just if you go to the left, we get to the note F. Now this is going in a circle of fourths, a cycle of fourths, right? So let's keep going. From F up 2.5 whole steps, 1 whole step, 2 whole step, half. We arrive at B flat, right? We are at B flat now. This is the perfect fourth away from F. I'm gonna go down an octave. You can join me. So from B flat, we go up 2.5 whole steps, 1 whole step, 2 whole step, half. What note is that? This note is E flat. E flat is a perfect fourth away from B flat. As you can see on the circle, we are in the same order with it. So from E flat, same procedure. Let's go ahead. Ready? 1 whole step, 2 whole step, half. What note is this? This is A flat, and as you can see, we're still following the circle. It's just the same as the paper. So again, moving up another perfect fourth from A flat now. Here we go, ready? 1 whole step, 2 whole step, half. 2.5 whole steps. We now arrive at the note D flat, and D flat is the perfect fourth of A flat. I'm going to go down an octave. So from D flat, let's go ahead and move up again. 1 whole step, 2.5. This note is G flat. See how we arrived there at G flat, right? Of course, you could also call it F sharp, the enharmonic equivalent, and you will know when it is most appropriate to call it F sharp or G flat. And we're going to learn that next video. But from G flat, let's go up again. Ready? Here we go. 1 whole step, 2.5. Now we've arrived at C flat, right? Don't let that confuse you. Of course, it could be B. C flat and B are the same thing, but if you're referring to the interval of perfect fourth above G flat, of course it's C. Has to be called some kind of C, right? Because G, A, B, C. So we call it C flat. You could also call it B, and let's go ahead and call it B because now we're switching to the sharp keys. So let's try that. Okay, we go down an octave. Same thing, ready? Up 1 whole step, up 2.5. Now we are at the note E, and E is a perfect fourth above B, right? Just like the circle, we're right on track. Again, 2.5 whole steps, 1, 2.5. This note is A, right? E to A is a perfect fourth. So from A, we continue, A, a whole step, another whole step, half step. This note is D, A to D, right? We're still right on track with the circle. Let's go ahead from D. D, up a whole step, up a second whole step, and then half, and we hit the note G. You see we're still right on track. G is the next in the circle, and last time. So here we go, up 1 whole step, up 2.5, and we have reached our note C. So we just completed the circle of, first we did the circle of fifths, and then we did the circle of fourths, right? We went clockwise and counterclockwise, and now you know why it's called the circle of fifths and the circle of fourths. You can see in relation to the picture and how if you just follow those intervals, you will get exactly those notes. All right, guys, so that is the first lesson. I hope that everything makes sense to you. Make sure you print the sheets and you do all that stuff. It's going to help a lot, and take notes on all the videos on the key points. Taking notes is going to help you memorize this stuff much, much, much better. So I highly recommend it, all right? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please contact us. We are available for private lessons. I can give you private online lessons with the Lutz Academy. Just go ahead and contact us for that if you need further direction. But either way, just hang in there. Do all the work, follow the series, and I guarantee you will master keys and the circle of fifths. Thanks so much for watching. Get to practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.